YouTube crew, it is Multiplier here to review the Razer DeathAdder Chroma, which is this guy. It is a mouse. Now this is a mouse that I have owned for approximately 1 year. So I've had a year of using it, and therefore I thought perfect to do a review. Now I've been using it to do all sorts of different clicking, moving, click, and all sorts of other things. Scroll, and I've got some thoughts, feelings, and emotions about this thing. So when I bought this thing approximately about a year ago, I bought it because I looked at all the reviews, the wire cutter, etc., and they basically said, all the websites and reviews, that this was the best mouse you can buy as a wired mouse, because I hate wireless. Wireless is stupid. Wires, stuff works with wires, apart from when you have to go through a USB hub, and then it doesn't always. But apart from that, it's still better than wireless, which works even less times. So I thought, let's get the best wired mouse on the market. Don't even care on the price. As mad as that sounds, I thought, let's just get the best wired mouse possible. And it turned out to be this one, for £55 British. Still pretty useless. How is this the best mouse in the world? How many people in the world use mouses? 1 million? No, more than that. About 1 bazillion people in the world use mouses. And why can't the computer industry make one good one? I mean, this, on the face of it, is quite good. It's got great ergonomics. It's got a ergonomic sort of vibe. For people with hands, normal human hands, works a treat. The buttons click, which they do on £5 mouses, like my last one. So that's all very normal sort of stuff. It's got, the wire hasn't broken, which is good. So the wire, which is very long, I'll give it that. It's a very long wire, which is really useful actually, because then you can run it to your computer easily, or behind a desk or something. So long wires are good. It's also a nice quality wire, so that's a good wireage. But remember. Best mouse in the world. So I've sort of painted a picture with words, words, visual, no, not visual, talky words, the spoken voice, and visuals. So best mouse in the world, all the best reviews, can't possibly buy a better mouse. What's going on there? What's going on? Hold on a minute, is the glue coming apart already on a year-old mouse with the best reviews in the world? It's even coming apart a bit on the other side, but not as much. So you could just kind of like re-stick it down with just by pressing it. But it's getting worse as well. Glue. How much is it to ask for some glue? I mean, I can glue it down. I know I can glue it down, and I probably will. But it's just, what is going on there? Why do I even have to glue it down again? Why can't you just stick? Stupid mouse. Yeah. Good job, mouse. You can balance at that angle, but you don't have glue that can work. Stupid. I just don't know what to make of it, really. I mean, I suppose I would kind of still have to recommend this mouse, because even though I dislike much about it, it's still probably the best, which is bonkers. Completely bananas. Shall I tell you some good things about it? It does light up. It has brilliant colours, so you can configure the colours, all the different colours of the rainbow. You might be able to see some of them now, sort of colouring about, but then the lighting is a bit difficult. I'll change that in a sec. Turns out it's quite hard to film a black mouse with colours. But I'm doing my best. So yes, the colours are good. You can configure them in the settings on your computer device, and you can just like do what I do and just set it for rainbow mode. I think they call it spectrum, or I call it rainbow mode. So for example, if you wanted to learn the colours of the rainbow, look at your mouse. I'll turn the lights out. Just turn the lights out. Look at that. You even see some sort of alien in the middle, which is probably the DeathAdder. You can even see the light of my camera flashing. That's not an alien. That's just the camera. It'd be cool if the mouse did that, but yes, you can see the colours just sort of happening right now. It's on a bit of pink, bit of going into red, romantic, fire, orange, yellow, and carry on. Green forest, which is great, apart from your hand covers it. You see the scroll, that's a nice touch. I'll give it that, the really nicely done. The scroll wheel, that is brilliant actually. That light up, it just looks good. Happy to spend £55 on a scroll wheel of that quality. But then your hand covers the stupid non-logo, which is just, maybe it's of a Starlay, I just don't get. But yeah, the colours are good. Let me just turn the light back on. Can't see the plug now though. And dangerous. Very high power light. Doing the plug in the dark. Oh, we're back. Okay. Ooh, that was a danger averted. So, continuing about the mouse, what's good and what is bad? It works as a mouse. I mean, literally, my last mouse was £5, the cheapest one in the world. Wasn't very ergonomic, but it achieved exactly the same result. I mean, yes, maybe if you're a gamer, you might need mega high sort of mouse power and stuff, but for everybody else, it works fine. It just works. I mean, that's all there is to it, which is fine. So you expect maybe I'm spending £55. Maybe I get some sort of, we get a nice light show. That's good. But maybe you think, oh, cool, build quality. Maybe I'll just feel like I'm holding something premium, like when you get in a nice automobile, or you have a nice house or something, or a nice sort of phone. Then something to just feel premium. No, it doesn't. Not at all. It feels pretty cheap, actually. I mean, it hasn't broken. The wire feels really good quality, but you can pick these up for about £6 off Amazon, like a nice quality wire. So that's £49 to go. So yeah, it's bit just. Razer, if you're watching, can you just make a good mouse, please? Or Logitech, or any other company, even Apple. Apple, you're generally quite good, but then your mouses are stupid because they're made for people with sort of weird, sort of flat hands, or people without opposable thumbs. Maybe the people designing it don't have opposable thumbs. Mouses. How many people in the world use mouses? A bazillion, and then there's not a good one. There's just a bunch of really awful ones and a bunch of very average ones, and then a bunch of slightly better than average, overpriced ones. 4G optical sensor. What's the point in that? 4G optical sensor. It just, all mouses work. You don't need 4Gs. Just need to be internet capable. Precision 10,000 DPI. Well, that's great. Apart from the fact it still goes bazonkers when it goes through a USB hub because the computer doesn't have enough ports on it. Even the name is stupid. DeathAdder. It's a mouse, not a snake. It's a mouse. Look, in case you're wondering, knowledge. It's called a mouse because imagine it's the other way around. It's confusing. So imagine the front of the mouse. The mouse's head is here. What's that? Tail. It's a mouse. Mouse. So maybe. I mean, I was thinking this through. I was thinking, right, let's deconstruct. What's the word for it? Can't remember. I was trying to work out, right, why do they call it DeathAdder? So I was thinking, it's a mouse. It's very dangerous. It's black. It's got some sort of danger symbol on it, which might be a snake, but really just danger symbol. So death mouse. And then they thought, oh no, that's too close. The dead mouse. So what eats snakes? No, what eats mouses? Snakes. What's a snake? Adder. DeathAdder. It lights up. DeathAdder Chroma. Good meeting there, Razer. Good brainstorming meeting on the names. I'm disappointed. I'd be happy to spend £72 or £74 on a great feeling mouse that when I clicked it went, oh yeah. You know how when you just press good buttons, like I've been looking at cars recently, so I've just got cars on the brain. When you get in a nice car, you press a button and it just feels, oh yeah. Or you get a nice computer compared to like a really cheapy one, and you press the button and it goes, Oh yeah, or anything in the world. You've probably pressed good buttons in your life somewhere. Some of them feel good. Some of them are just like, that's horrible. Well, that wasn't as good as I was expecting. That's what I like this one. I mean, it's lightweight, but maybe that's, I bet they're like plastics, lightweight. Who cares about lightweight? You can get lightweight metals or even just nicer plastics. I mean, you can see the sort of plastic you get in. See, it wasn't even in. See, flippity. Right, consumer advice. Let's give you some consumer advice. Should you get this mouse? Probably. Unless you want one with loads of buttons and confusion and chaos. You can get ones with more buttons and stuff on the side, and ones that look more like robot spaceships, but that's not what I'm into in a mouse. What I want to have in a mouse is just a great feeling, an inspiring connection with the machine. And this is a substandard connection with a machine. I keep flipping it. Maybe I'm thinking I'm like, oh, maybe there's more to this. But no, there's not. It's just the bottom. Complies with IC ES 003 Class B. It's good. Also, it just looks a bit, I don't know if you can tell in the light. As I say, it genuinely is a proper nightmare trying to film something in black and have it come across on the camera. It just looks a bit old and useless already. Has it actually broken? Has it actually gone wrong? Yes, look, the glue, the flippity glue. And this, how much does glue cost? I've been to B&Q, I love it there. I go to B&Q all the time. Hardware shop for those not in England. And you can buy really good glue for about £2.50. Really good super glue or Gorilla Glue, all sorts of super duper glues. £2.50. And you could do loads of mouses for that. I reckon £2.50 would give you enough glue to glue the bits of stuff to 20 mouses. So divide £2.50 by 20. 25 pence, is that right? No. 12 pence, 12.5 pence. So they could have spent an extra 12.5 pence on this, on my £55 Razer DeathAdder Chroma, and then it wouldn't have fallen apart. I know what you're thinking. Multiplier! You're overreacting. Why can't you just say what's good about it and what's bad and compare it to the competition? Other people did that, and they said that this was the best. People who spend all their days looking at mouses and computery bits, and they said this was the best. All of them. For years on end. DeathAdder Chroma. I mean, it's got good ergonomics. I'll give it that. But not the best. It's not like mega ergonomic. It's just all right. Especially compared to most of the other ridiculous mouses on the market. Doesn't even slide well. It just sort of goes along the table, makes a lot of noise and has friction. I mean, why can't someone exist or invent even, and then it will exist, a mouse that's good, that just goes along the table or something. I don't know. It's rather frustrating. With all the pointless stuff in the world that no one uses or cares about, people still won't design a mouse that works well. It's crazy. It's bananas. Bonkers. Oh, I've got a squiggle. I'm dangerous. No, you're not. You're stupid. And black's the cheapest color to produce. Don't think I don't know that. Razer. White's the hardest White's the hardest material to do right. Black's the easiest. That's why cheap technology is black. Don't market your company, your products black just to be like dangerous. If really it's an excuse just to put cheap plastic on it. Want to just smash you up into a million pieces. And then, I mean, you can even get good blacks, but then they just got the cheapy ones. This is cheap plastic. Cheap plastic. Sort of plastic you get for £4. Don't like being sideways, do you, mouse? Probably prefer to be the right way up. Well, you're not going to be. I'm in charge today. Now that's weird like that. So yeah, that is my thoughts, feelings, and emotions about the Razer DeathAdder Chroma. Probably the best mouse you can buy, but still pretty useless.